After spending nearly all of her life in the land down under, one Wiregrass woman has found her new forever home and a hobby that has unexpectedly thrusted her into the limelight. Our WDHN's Christian Jones joins us live, and he actually had a chance to speak with her today. Christian, what'd she have to say?
Yeah, just after speaking with Amanda, she says she never imagined that one leap of faith would change her life so drastically. And she is still shocked with how everything in her newfound fame has brought about her life. Wiregrass resident Amanda Shinton did not actually start out as a resident to the area. In fact, she wasn't even born in the United States, but one life-changing decision has pushed her into unfamiliar territory as an internet sensation.
I feel like a nobody. Like, I wouldn't even expect anyone to be like, "You're that girl from TikTok."
Just by hearing her voice and that extremely distinctive accent, it shouldn't be hard to guess Shinton's nationality. Born and raised in Melbourne, Australia, Shinton came to the U.S. back in 2013. But after a major shift in her personal life, she had a talk with a friend who encouraged Shinton to take a leap of faith.
I bought a little teardrop camper and went on a road trip. I never thought I'd end up in Alabama. I thought maybe like some cute small town in Georgia. But when I got here, I just fell in love with the place. After
getting comfortable with her new environment, Shinton, with the help of a friend, decided to make a video on the popular social media site TikTok that would change her life forever.
We say aluminum.
Aluminum.
Say aluminum.
Aluminium.
Aluminum.
Over time, she continued to post videos of herself pronouncing certain words in her Australian accent and also learning about the American culture. And before she knew it, she went from raking in a few thousand views to tens and hundreds of thousands of viewers flocking to her page, becoming an internet star, something she still has yet to come to terms with.
Not in the slightest. I don't even think of myself as a content creator. I feel like anyone else that gets on there and posts a video of their day or whatever.
While the people came for her pronunciation videos at first, it's Shinton's food review posts that really seem to grab the audience's attention. And she has been going non-stop since, even if she doesn't consider herself a food fanatic.
I just feel like I'm easy to please, and it's not always about the food for me, it's the experience.
But with that being said, there are a few restaurants that have stuck with her, like the K-Soft Grill and their iconic donut burger.
And it was quite possibly some of the best food I've ever eaten in my life. Butcher's Daughter in Enterprise is amazing. I just went to Hot Dog Queen a few days back, and that was exceptional.
Even with all of her newfound recognition, Shinton says she truly doesn't care for it. She simply finds all of her enjoyment from the experience of meeting new people and giving recognition to others who deserve it.
I really enjoy small businesses more. Like, I couldn't even tell you the last time I went to McDonald's or any chain. I prefer local. And like I said, because it's not always just about the food for me, it's like just interacting with people.
Shinton says looking back, she's glad she made that huge leap of faith and wanted to thank the people of the Wiregrass for making her feel welcomed and helping her find her new forever home.
Alabama Farmers Federation.
Now, for all of you Auburn fans out there, Amanda did want me to stress to you all that her crimson hoodie meant nothing personal, as she has decided to stay neutral throughout the whole Iron Bowl rivalry. Tatiana, I'll send it back to you.